We're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Hello, welcome to Nanowrimo day 16. As of yesterday, day 15, my word count was at 27,000. As of today, day 16, my word count is currently at... Guys, we are halfway through Nanowrimo, and some of you may think, wow, it's halfway already? Meanwhile, I'm over here like, we're only halfway through November? There's something about the halfway point where you feel like you've done so much and yet you still have so far to go. And this is also the point where I kind of just think, you know what, I really don't want to do anything today. I don't want to write, I don't want to film videos, I just want to lay in bed and sleep because it's raining outside. But nevertheless, I must press on because I love Nanowrimo, I love this time of year, and if you can tell by my word count, I am actually keeping ahead. So hopefully I can finish Nanowrimo a little bit early and I won't be stressing to the last minute. Also, if my voice sounds a little strange, it's because I'm getting sick. Like my nose, I had a 2-year-old sneeze on me Friday, so now I'm just like sniffing and all that stuff. But yes, since this is the halfway point of Nanowrimo, and I have currently made 4 videos, and I have 4 more to make, I thought it would be time for me to talk to you guys about my story. Yes, I have put up 4 videos about Nanowrimo, and I have not once told you what my story is about. And the reason for that is because I'm kind of leery about people stealing my ideas and my concepts. I had a writing friend once, like several years ago, that I shared some ideas to, and she kind of took some of my ideas. You know how you can hear an idea from a friend and draw inspiration from that? That's fine. I don't mind if you draw inspiration from my ideas. When you blatantly copy my exact idea from my story and put it into yours, not cool. Not cool at all. But nevertheless, I feel like there are some things about my story I can tell you about, and I would like to hear what you guys are writing about, so in the comments we'll have to discuss that. So I thought I'd talk to you about my characters, maybe a little bit about my plotline. I will be kind of vague because that's who I am. So yes, the genre of my novel. I write a lot of fantasy, but this is my only non-fantasy story idea, and believe it or not, it's actually one of my favorites, which surprises me because contrary to the belief of all of these contemporaries here, I actually really hate contemporaries. These are the few contemporaries I like. The rest of my shelf is filled with fantasy and science fiction. So I usually like to go the fantasy and sci-fi route, but this is the one real-world novel that I wrote, and it's not a contemporary. It is a mystery, thriller, action novel, and I have it planned to do 5 books. I'm not the kind of author where I write 1 book and then suddenly have to plan 2 more because, oh no, we need a trilogy, but I only wrote for 1 book. No, I have this planned. I want to do 5 books, and I want to set up in the first 4 books how it's going to conclude in the last book. I want to connect it all together. The first book I wrote for my first year of Nanowrimo, and this is the second book that I'm writing this year. And basically, my main character, who is 14 years old, she's going to kind of grow with each book, she is schizophrenic. Yes, take a moment to digest that. My character is schizophrenic. She's been schizophrenic since she was 4 years old, which is very rare. A lot of her inner monologue is kind of fighting with these voices and, you know, coming to terms with herself. My other main character is 12 years old, and it's her cousin. It's the main character's cousin. He is recently recovering from the death of his mother that happened when he was 10. So both of them kind of have some emotional baggage. Like, she's schizophrenic and he actually witnessed his mother's death. It was very traumatic and he's trying to recover from that. The girl, my main character, she is very shy and kind of introverted. She's scared of the world around her. She kind of loses touch with reality, and it's not, you can't blame her. She's schizophrenic. Everything in her head turns against her, so that's why she kind of hides from the world. My other character, the boy, on the other hand, is very extroverted, very outgoing. He's always, you know, loud and happy and likes to talk to people. So yes, 2 very different characters, the Dipper and Mabel, I would say, of the group, the introvert, extrovert, the shy, the outgoing. Different contrasting values, but not just carbon copies. There is a unique style to each of them. They are their own characters. They're not a cliche, but they could be put in the cliche. There's something that makes them different than any other character, basically is what I'm trying to say. So yes, the whole course throughout these novels is basically the girl, the shyer one, is her coming to terms with her schizophrenia and trying to deal with it, as well as stepping into a leadership position. And the boy, his overarching plot line basically is he kind of has to hide away. He can't go out and meet people. He kind of has to hide because it's dangerous for him to go out and meet people. So as a very lovely, outgoing person, it is difficult for him to stay and hide away from people. So yes, those are my main 2 characters. They're cousins. They have a wonderful relationship. You know, they have a hard time dealing with people externally, mainly because of the situations they're in, but the way they connect with each other is just wonderful. I love their cousin relationship so much. It's almost like a sibling relationship, but not a sibling relationship. So yes, these two get plunged into an underground warfare, kind of. Once again, I'm going to kind of be vague because I don't want people to steal my story ideas, but basically, even though there's the whole schizophrenic and dead mother kind of thing, it doesn't focus on that, because that's something a contemporary novel would focus on, like, you know, their relationship and how they're going to overcome it. No, this is an action novel. This is about fighting and codes and mysteries, and like the first book they're in America, but all the other books they have to travel all over the world to find this mystery and piece it together. So yeah, basically it's a mystery action thriller novel, and your main characters are a schizophrenic girl and a 12-year-old dealing with dead mother issues. So yeah, it has been pretty good going so far. Since I've already written these characters for a novel, I kind of know how they feel. I feel like my challenge with the second novel is developing and making them change, and not just suddenly they're a different person, but you know, the things that happen along their journey that make them develop into a different person. So yes, that is what I'm writing about. My characters are going to London, England, and then after they do stuff there, they're going to go to Cairo, Egypt, and they're probably going to go into some smaller towns and cities too in these two different countries. So yes, that is basically all I've got to say. I kind of opened up to you today, told you a little bit about my stories. Let me know if you like some of the ideas I have, if you have any suggestions or tips, because, you know, writing a schizophrenic character, I've had to do a lot of research and I've hit some roadblocks, so if you have any advice on that, I'm for it. And yeah, if you want to tell me a little bit about your story or your characters, I am totally for that. We should totally discuss in the comments. My name is Josie, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.